So yeah, let's do our perilous journey. It's just a 1 day journey. Um, South to the ruins.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know Chris. Yeah, Chris just succeeds on whatever. So yeah, we need our trailblazer to set the pace. We need our scout to look for danger, and we need our quartermaster to manage food. I'll say that food is kind of the inconsequential one. I mean, it's 1 day, right? How much food am I really going to charge you? But failing is still failing, you know. But whatever you guys want to do. Who wants to do what?
Yeah, I'll do the quartermaster thing then.
I will
I'll
do
do
nothing.
I'll do the getting there fast one, the navigation.
Trailblazer.
Yeah.
So Fisk Pat scouts ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Okay. And,
Yeah, I may scout.
And Siegwolf, do you want to aid anybody?
Who's least likely to succeed?
Probably me.
Okay, I will aid you.
Thank you.
All right. That's so go ahead, Siegwolf. Let's roll your aid.
All right.
All right, and then everybody rolls plus wisdom,
Except me.
except for Chris. All right, Fiskpat didn't even need it.
Well, I didn't think about wisdom, you know.
So everybody, Verundus manages the food fairly well. So everybody just reduce one ration.
Well, I am born by the river, so I don't know. Wait, by nature sustain. I don't eat food apparently.
That's right. And you know what? I didn't think about it, but since Chris is going to succeed anyway, actually, we're not going to eat any food, right? Chris finds a quick path there. So it would be one, but since we're basically, if we go from 1 day to like 0 days, we're there in half a day or whatever. There's not really any need for food. We just have some orange slices or something. Partway
I
there.
feel like I eat one of my food because it's getting bad now because I've never eaten it. Just like this is bad. I'm not gonna throw this out.
So, Fiskpat's gonna get the drop on him. Siegwolf being exposed to danger. Let's see. I'm gonna put some minor danger up here. I think it's gonna be. Lord Bog, I can totally hear you chewing, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
If you could.
Well, those slices of orange were delicious. So it's just role playing.
Okay. You make it to the entrance. Fiskpat and Siegwolf are scouting out the entrance ahead. And so tell me, Fiskpat, how are you? I think that Siegwolf is up ahead of you, a little ways, and there's going to be a couple of people from the cloister. Oh, I know who it is. Yeah, I know who it is. Yeah, it's definitely Caelwolf. I need to remember that guy's name.
Caelfor?
Caelfor. It's definitely Caelfor standing at the entrance. And and he's got this sort of notched, rusty blade. And he spots you, Siegwolf. He's there with a couple of guys, and he calls you out, right? Now, Fiskpat, you can get the drop on these guys however you want, right? You can be in position to anyway. Are you, like, sneaking around? Like, it's sort of grassland out here, right? You can be sneaking around in the grass or creeping around the ruins or something. You can be hidden, like, however you want. Or you could be a bird in the sky, right? Like, how are you positioned to get the drop on them if you want, Fiskpat?
Well, I'm just going to hide in behind the trees, the rocks, in the grass, you know.
Okay. So you're creeping up toward the entrance. Siegwolf is trying, I guess, to scout, but he's not super stealthy, right? He's a big guy in big armor. But Siegwolf, yeah, Caelfor, is standing at the entrance of the tomb. And he's wearing some armor. It's not big full plate or anything. It's mostly like a breastplate, right? And some leg guards and some greaves of some kind. But I think he does have a helmet on also. And he calls out to you. He calls out a challenge to you. Siegwolf. He says, I see you, Siegwolf. If you demand justice, come and claim it. And he's got a big, like, two-handed sword, and it's rusty and notched. You know, it looks like he dug it up from in the ruins somewhere, and he calls out some challenge to you. What do you do?
Yeah, I want to look up at him and I say, It seems you've regained your wits. And this. Yeah. Yeah, I say, Yeah, I say yeah, and I draw out my sword, right? And I say, very well, then come and face the judgment of the goddess of dawn.
Very well, give him cake. Okay. Yeah, what you say he's gained his wits, and he pulls off the helmet, right? And you can see his eyes are all bloodshot, and they look strange, like Verindus's did. And he says, I have gained a greater power than you can imagine.
This isn't even my final form.
Yeah. I will destroy these mines in 5 minutes' time. He whips on the helmet again, schwonk, and draws up his blade. And he starts making his way toward you. The two guys at the entrance, the other guys that were with him, stay at the entrance, right? They're sort of flanking it. They're not wearing, like, armor and stuff. They still look like they're the cultists. Though they do have blades in their hands. But yeah, he starts marching up toward you.
Yeah, and I kind of show, yeah, I think we'll meet towards the middle. I think as I'm walking towards them, and I shout, I shout out like, and no one else shall interfere. Just like make it clear.
Yeah, he says, face me in the power of my gods.
Sweet. So Justin, when I single out a foe in combat,
yes,
engage them in a one-on-one duel. So So yeah, it's just like things about breaking off the duel.
Yeah, he's not allowed to break off the duel. Or if he does, you get a +1 forward, all that stuff.
Yeah, and I get to deal my damage to him for free if he tries to do anything else.
Yeah, it's just rules for us if he tries to run off. Okay, good. Yeah, that sounds great.
Cool.
And I think you're definitely doing your Herculean appetite.
Sweet.
So tell me, like, how does the battle begin?
I think basically we kind of walk up, within like just outside of like fighting range of each other, right?
Yeah.
I think we just stop for a second and give each other like a bow, like a fucking almost like a Dark Souls emote.
Sure.
Yeah, and then we just like go at it, right?
All right. So what is the weapon you use, Siegwolf?
It's a hand axe.
Okay. So you've got your hand axe. It's powerful. He's got this big, long, two-handed sword. So that's the first thing you'll need to get by, is that he does have like a reach advantage on you. And he's sort of positioning himself and thrusting out long with it to jab at you in the face and at the neck. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna rush up and try and just smack it aside with my shield and rush up and smack him.
Okay, yeah, defy danger with your strength.
Cool. Boom.
We need to roll appetite on that.
Oh, right. Okay. R 2d6. Object d6 plus d8 plus 3.
Okay, so you totally knock it aside. You put yourself into trouble. Okay, I know. Yeah, he's coming in with a hard stab with his blade, and you bring your shield to knock it by. But in your rage, right, in your fury, you beat the sword with your shield as hard as you can. This sword is, despite its brittle appearance, is harder than it seemed, and I think it cracks your shield.
Cool.
So it'll reduce its armor. Does that destroy your shield? Does your shield just have one armor?
Shield's 1.
Okay, so it cracks and breaks your shield, splits your shield as you come in, dented and useless, but you do get inside of his guard and are able to attack him. Go ahead and hack and slash.
Sick. Let's see.
Okay,
Nice.
Yeah, that's everything you wanted, yeah. So you come in, bash his sword aside, and he is open to an attack, and you bury your axe in his ribs. Deal damage.
Okay. And yep. Let's do 10. Oh, but it is forceful and messy though.
Okay, yeah. Let's see. So it doesn't pierce the armor, but it does take a big chunk out of the armor, right? Like, it has this big breastplate around, and where your axe hits, it basically tears apart the straps, right? The buckles, and the breastplate sort of hangs looser from his chest, and he goes sprawling backward, kind of losing his footing for a moment, trying to spin around and regain it. Um, and so Verindus and Chris, you heard some yelling and stuff, and now you're definitely hearing the sounds of fighting. Just around the bend, right where they were scouting up ahead. Burly bastards flinging steel at each other. What are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, never mind. So was it clear to me that it seems like a duel? I shouldn't interfere. But I don't know if Chris would know that. She probably knocks an arrow.
I did shout, "No one will interfere" before I fought him.
Oh, okay. Then I think she would still put an arrow on her bow, get ready to see if as soon as our barbarian goes down, then she would finish the fight completely if she needs to, whoever this is.
Okay, but you wanna move up to the place and because you guys aren't there, right? You don't see what's going on, but you want to move up and see the situation for yourself.
Yeah, I'll be at maximum bow distance.
Okay. And what about you, Verindus? Are you going?
No, I'm just watching. I mean, it's a duel, so if I heard him shout that, then I won't be doing anything.
Okay, so you and Chris and Verindus, you come up, and you can see Siegwolf dueling with this figure in armor at great distance where you guys are. And you can see the other two figures at the entrance of the ruins. And what about Fiskpat? Are you just staying in the mud?
Well, he said that he wanted to fight alone, so...
Okay.
I'm not allowed to interfere, maybe.
Okay. So the rest of you are, at a safe distance or hidden in the reeds, watching Siegwolf enter battle with Caelfor. So Siegwolf, you hit him in the side, and his armor came loose. Basically reducing its effectiveness, and he loses his footing. He's not able to get around on you and hold you at bay again. So you can just attack him again if you want. What do you do? Siegwolf, are you muted?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry, Wolf. Sorry, Will. Distracted for a second. What were you saying?
Yeah, you hit him, and the armor is knocked loose from him. It doesn't completely fall off, but its effectiveness is reduced, right? Your shield is battered and useless. But he's not able to get back to his feet and spin around on you to hold you at reach range again. So you can get inside of his reach again and attack him again if you want. But what do you do?
Yeah, sure. I'm kind of stunned back from now. I want to I probably just drop my shield to my side, right? And I get my two-hand my hacks and go for a big underhanded upwards uppercut swing towards him.
Okay. Hack and slash again.
Oh, almost.
So, by the way, I'm waiting for the moment where it looks like Siegwolf is gonna win.
Okay.
Just tell me.
Okay.
When that time comes.
Okay. So you get inside of his guard, and he tries to get up to his feet in time, but you are already on top of him, and you hit him again. Deal your damage.
Yep. Fucking.
So this time the axe swings in, and it hits him square in the chest. And you hear a crumpling, cracking sound as the armor dents and sort of breaks even the chest plate underneath your attack. And it sends him this time sprawling backward on his back completely. And he's even stunned. And This time, yeah, he's flat on his back this time. You can run in and just hit him again, but he's not really bloodied yet, although he did give out a good grunt that time when you hit him.
I cast sleep on both of them.
Okay. So you're gonna cast sleep on them.
Yep.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your spell then.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh fuck.
The blessing is not working.
Oh no.
You summon Aemoch.
Okay, cool. So Verindus, you move to cast a spell. And so I'll tell you this, Verindus. Your spell is not going to affect those two. But it could affect the two at the doorway if you want. You will have to lose the spell if you want to do that. I'm just going to let you know that. I'm just going to put that entirely in your hands. I am going to be making a different move, but it's up to you if you want to knock those other two guys to sleep. That'd be fine.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that. And I lose the spell until I prepare spells the next time.
Yeah, until you prepare spells again.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, so you cast your spell, but it seems that there is dark power around these two. Or maybe it's holy power, right? He is fighting for justice or whatever. But the spell does not affect them. Instead, you see the two guys at the doorway sort of just like slump over and fall down. But
that was exactly what I was trying to do. I mean, why would I cast sleep on Siegwolf, right?
Exactly.
It makes
yeah.
no sense.
It makes no sense. It wouldn't. So Siegwolf, what you see, you've knocked him entirely on his back, right? And he is looking doomed. Except, what are you doing, Siegwolf? Are you moving into to just kill him? Are you like stalking over him like he would be helpless?
No, this is an honorable duel. Like he's getting. I'm gonna let him get back up. Right?
Okay, you give him a chance to get up. So he starts to rise to his feet. And he kind of shakes his head. And so if this was an anime, he would say this isn't even my final form, but instead he says, and now you will see the true blessings of Aemoch. And he like starts to unstrap the breastplate, right, and throws it away. And he pulls the helmet off. So Siegwolf, I have a question for you about your people.
Yeah.
What is... Well, I'm going to ask this question of everybody, but tell me, for you, Siegwolf, primarily, what is, in the tradition of your people, right, stories or whatever, ancient legends, what is the most terrifying creature, monster, thing that is told in your legends? What's the boogeyman, or, you know, the devil, or the red dragon, or whatever?
Yeah, it's probably something called the Whisper.
Okay.
Whisper. I think it's said to, like, you know, it's said to haunt your dreams at night, right? And like basically like lead you astray, lead you into just horrible like shit, and like eventually it comes and steals away your soul, right?
Is it like a ghost or?
I think it kind of looks like it looks kind of like what am I thinking of? Thinking of God. I think it looks like some kind of like I think it always like in like you know it always takes the form of just like a what am I thinking of? God damn, I can't think. I think it takes always this form of just like an odd like a face. It's always just like this like empty like a horribly like empty like face.
Okay. Okay. Um. So. Yeah, you see his face then start to I think melt away. I think it starts to like it looks sort of like putty almost. Sort of droops and drips and falls down. And there's just sort of this blank face underneath as he his eyes are now just these solid red orbs or stones or something, and they sort of flash with a like they're glowing. And yeah, he's gonna try and instill you with fear here. What do you do?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna like grip. I'm just gonna basically just gonna like grit my teeth and like try and like just like power through. Just kind of like force my way through this like whatever it is.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's we'll call that wisdom. Mental fortitude. Go ahead and defy danger. You're still pursuing appetite, obviously.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, at least the 6 is still lower than the 8.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you'll mark XP there. Well, tell me something here, Fisk Pat. Well, we know about the weasels, I guess. Is there a creature, a legend, a monster, or something that is the most terrifying to Fisk Pat?
Well, there was an old guardian of the river that got corrupted by the power of the wizards.
Okay.
And Fiskpata doesn't know his name, but he knows what he looks like, and he's like imagine a lizard covered in mud. So it's just the shape of the lizard, but covered of only mud.
Okay. And this lizard is like large?
Huge.
Huge. Is it?
Maybe. Well, this is what he knows. But maybe it's bigger.
Okay, so yeah, fist pat from where you're standing. Then the creature starts to shake shape even more, and Siegwolf, you are like frozen in place by the gaze of this thing. You can all see sort of a red glow come around out of the eyes of this figure, this whatever he is now. Caelfor freezes Siegwolf in place as his body changes even more.
Justin.
You're gonna break.
No, it doesn't because I'm gonna.
So.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend. I'm gonna take an ability to break free of anything.
Okay, cool. But his body changes even where he grows. Like the sword he drops, right, and he grows like twice his size, and the armor, everything splits off as you see like his body covered in sort of a muck, right, and it's even dripping off this sort of muck. He's still on 2 legs, right? He's sort of like a lizard man with this weird blank porcelain face. And I think the tail, right? You're caught in place. What debility are you gonna mark?
I think I'm stunned for just a second.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Yeah. As I kind of struggle through this.
So you're stunned. You're held in place as he's continuing to change shape, and I think he just turns in this big tail, right? Tail that's like 10 feet long comes to slap down at you, and you'll need to do something to avoid that. What do you do?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna Oh, I think I meet the tail with my axe, right? And I'm just gonna try and just kind of go fucking how big is this tail? How is it like?
It's 10 feet long. It's
Okay,
big.
but is it like
It's like a tree trunk.
Okay. I was thinking okay. In that case, I think I'm just gonna try and dive over it.
Okay.
Even though I'm bad at that. But
yeah, defy danger with your dexterity. Pursuing appetites.
Ugh. Yeah. Hey.
Okay, you can avoid it, but I'll give you an option. Either take the hit, right, and trade blows with it, right? I'll let you trade blows. Or you can avoid it, but you will lose your axe, right? In your fall, your leg is clipped and it doesn't hurt you, but you do drop your axe and are flung away from it.
Okay. No, I'm gonna trade blows.
All right. So the tail comes in and Siegwolf goes to jump over it, but can't quite make the height and has to dig his axe into the thing. So trade blows, deal your damage.
Come on. Hey, that's better.
That's good damage. That's a good damage roll. Okay. And yeah, the axe digs in deep, and he definitely gives out. It doesn't. Well, yeah, there's sort of a wailing that comes from the thing, but it doesn't have a mouth anymore, so it's ultra creepy and weird. Now you will take. Let me find this. Yeah, best of 2d10. So just roll 2d10.
All right, cool.
Okay, so 4 damage as your axe digs into you're both forceful and messy at this point, right?
Okay.
So your axe digs in and I think it lops the end of the tail off, right? The tip of it where it hits you. But as it smacks you, it sends you flying. Yeah, and the thing definitely recoils, but spins around on you to come at you again, Siegwolf. What do you do?
Cool. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sprint forward, right? And I'm gonna like, how is it like tall? Like how big is this thing?
Oh yeah, it's like 10 feet tall.
All right, cool. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go over to like the back of its like to, run like between its legs, just trying to hit me, and just like fucking like drive my axe into like the back of its like knee.
Okay. Yeah, he's got big long hands again, so he's got the reach advantage on you. So let's defy danger dexterity to get past him.
Oh God. See.
Oh, that's very, very bad.
Yeah.
Who should we ask? Let's
Are you
ask.
sure you don't want help?
Let's ask Chris. Chris, you spend a lot of time in the wilderness and things, and I mean, you were also at the wizard school, so maybe you've read something. What is a terrifying animal of the forest, or legendary creature, or magical being you've read about? The thing that scared you the most as a child.
Chris was never. She's read about scary monsters in the woods. But to be honest, whenever she was in like a civilized place, the only thing that scared her were exams more than anything. When she started living in the wilderness, though, it was probably during her earlier years. It was after she met Philip, though. She was attacked by I don't know, some sort of maybe maybe a bear she was trying to hunt, and she was injured, and she also got lost. So she was just in a really bad place, and she was injured. She was hungry, lost, but she was rescued by another forest-dwelling elf as well, an old woman, and she basically nursed her back to health in her shelter. And one night, she was having a terrible, terrible nightmare, and she wakes up with like a feather in her hand, and like a little ink bottle next to it, and some sort of like document in front of her, as she's about to like sign, and she hears like her Philip name beside her, and she gets headbutted by her goat. And she breaks out of this weird trance she was in. And as she looks up, she sees Philip's face, and behind it, she sees not the old lady, but her like some weird like abomination of the old elven lady living in her hut. She has maybe antlers and some like more maybe like a long face, and her has like unnormally long arms and forearms and claws, and like a hideous like spiky mouth. And after that, it was just running through the woods in the dark at night during rain, running away from this weird, horrible beast. And she doesn't even know how she got out alive, but she probably still has nightmares about it.
Okay. So Siegwolf, you're running in to get past this thing, but his big clawed hands just slap you to the ground, right? And he pulls you up by your arms. And as he's holding you there, his like chest, right, which is as big as you are, his whole midsection, it like splits open, tears open, and there are just like these jagged like anglerfish teeth, right, sticking out of it, and it splits open, and these sort of like hands made of sort of like bloody flesh reach up and grab you all around and start to pull you into the mouth, into the horrible maw of this creature. Well, we'll deal some damage to you as he smacked you. So take a best of 2d10 again.
6.
So 6 for you. The forceful and messy is just him like grabbing you and everything. So you're being dragged into the mouth of this creature. the mouth that's formed in the chest of this creature. Anyway, what do you do?
I'm gonna take an ability to immediately break free.
Okay. What ability do you want to mark?
I'm gonna mark scarred. He probably leaves like horrible like bruises all over me. Like as it's like squeezing me so hard.
Okay. So tell me how you break free.
Yeah, I think he's like got me right, and I think I just like, he's swallow me and like a huge like tongue comes out, and I just like kick him right in the bottom of the tongue. And that like causes the hands to like go just enough for me to like pull my way through. And I like, yeah, I don't want I want to yeah, I just like, break free of like its grasp, and I want to like try and like pull myself up to his like real face with try and from like wrestling up to the hands.
Sweet. Yeah. Defy danger with your strength.
Sick. Boom.
That's everything you needed. All right. Yeah, you pull yourself up. You whip free from the hands and everything. And you're right up at that weird porcelain face, that featureless face. Yeah, hack and slash.
Nice.
Just nuke it. Just nuke it from orbit.
Boom.
Just nuke it from orbit. Yeah, and you're on the shoulders, right, and you're right there. You two-fist the axe. Wah! Deal damage.
7.
Okay. Okay, the thing lets out a wail as your axe buries into this mask. And you see the mask like sort of crack underneath your strike. It doesn't break apart completely. But it doesn't kill it either. What do you do, Siegwolf?
Oh, I just lift back up, and I'm just gonna swing back down
Just
again.
Second time, same as the first.
Yep.
All right. Do it.
Nine this time.
Okay.
All those threes.
Okay, yeah. That's we're just gonna trade blows then, right? But I'm gonna ask Verindis. Now you've definitely read all the strange tomes, planar horrible creatures, all that shit. What's the most terrifying thing you've ever read or learned of other than Fiskpat?
Well, well, according to this halfling I once met in an inn, it's a demi-lich. That's the most.
A demi-lich.
Just fucking skull. Ugh.
What does the demi-lich do that the regular lich doesn't?
He met it at a dungeon called a Tomb of Doors, right?
Yeah,
the
right.
Doors of Horrors.
Well, that was kind of for we played another game, and
Yeah.
that was kind of.
You guys played Tomb of
plotted.
Horrors?
Yeah.
Just beginning.
So the demi-lich has like a skull face and everything?
Yeah, right. They give up their physical bodies to ascend to a higher plane or something like that.
What was the most horrible thing that the demi-lich did?
The most horrible. I'm not
God.
sure about the most
Killed all
horrible,
your
but
friends.
they have a howl that makes everyone tremble in fear. For example.
Oh.
It's that one portal that removes takes away all of your equipment and puts you right back at the beginning of the dungeon.
Wow, it's surprising that you bring that up. That's the last thing we did. The last thing we did in the last session was exactly that. The wizard lost all his casting components.
Well, we're already at the beginning of the dungeon, so I guess just everything disappears out of your hands, Siegwolf. No, you when you pull the axe out this time, right? The mask sort of does crumble apart, and now there is just this skull face underneath there. That sort of stretches out from the weird mud-like reptilian body. and it lets out this horrible shrieking sound right in your face. So
Deal damage.
well, I don't know if it's gonna deal damage.
Well, no, I meant me, but yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get to deal damage.
It gives you tinnitus.
Oh, God.
Do we hear it as well?
Oh, yeah, everybody hears it. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, everybody hears it.
Whoops.
There we go. That's what he said. He said it scared everybody. So, go ahead for me, everybody, roll Defy Danger with your wisdom.
Boom. Not a problem.
Good job, Chris. Good job, Fisk Pat.
Whoa.
Oh,
Hey, XP
Oh.
squad.
always, Verendus, always.
What even is XP?
I have a ton of XP actually. I think I'm the highest
I
level.
should have
one.
leveled up before we came here. I should notice. But yeah.
So the both of you are going to mark the confused ability.
Oh,
Alright.
As this shriek pierces your skull. Verendus like collapses next to you, Chris. Like grasping his head and giving out another scream.
Shit, not again.
And Siegwolf, this like you're right at the blast, right? It's tearing. It feels like it's tearing, splitting your brain apart, right? But in your fury, you stand firm and strike one last blow against this thing. Deal damage.
Sick. See, God damn it! I knew it was gonna happen.
So your axe comes down wide and basically misses. It digs into the thing's shoulder as it was coming up to like grab you with one hand. It digs into its shoulder and it has to like recoil. But it's grabbing you with the other and trying to pull you off of its shoulder. What do you do?
Oh God. So, yeah, fuck that. I'm just gonna fucking like, it can grab me before I fucking hack at it again.
All right, you're gonna ignore it. The claws dig in and try to rip you apart, but yeah, you just give it one last blow to the face. Deal damage.
Nice.
It's just we're just automatically gonna trade blows.
Oh my fucking God.
Okay, it doesn't kill it, obviously, but 2d10, best of 2d10 for you as the claws dig in, try to rend you.
How close does the Siegwolf look to dying to us, anyways?
If I were to rate it on a number from 1 to 24, I would rate it an 18.
It looks like an 18.
Now a 13.
Okay, Siegwolf, so this thing has you in its grasp, right? And it's holding you up. And it's just trying to, like, squeeze the life out of you, basically. Dig claws in and tear and crush you. What do you do?
I'm gonna take an ability to immediately escape any.
Yeah? He's pulling you up, and you just, like, power through, and...
Yeah.
What ability are you gonna mark, Siegwolf?
Yep, sick.
Okay.
I think this whole mess is like left me like not feeling great. But
Yeah. Siegwolf is sick. He's the sickness. So I guess if you like burst your way out of its hands and come, like, you'd be right over its face. I think you can just hack and slash again.
Sick. Come on. Boom.
There it is. Deal damage.
Oh, come on, damage dice. Better. It's better.
Oh my god.
God damn it.
It literally has one hit point, doesn't it?
Yeah. Behind the scenes, like for your forceful and messy, I've been reducing its armor because I didn't have anything else for you to do.
Somebody
but
kill Steel.
yeah, you bury your axe and like the bones are now splintering off as the thing is trying to bring its hand and grab you and pull you off. I mean, yeah, it's right at the edge, Siegwolf. Everybody can see from the distance. They're from your vantage points. It's down like sort of on its knees, and bleeding profusely from everywhere. The weird hands from inside its chest mouth are like flailing, and it's giving out cries of pain. But now, Siegwolf, instead of trying to pull you off, the thing is just trying to grab you and just shove you into the mouth, the like toothy, fanged mouth of this skull face. I mean, I think I know what you're doing, Siegwolf. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah,
Roll
it's
it.
gonna play. Like, it's gonna like fucking pull me in, and I'm gonna fucking like hack at it from from the inside this time.
He's like partway in its mouth, holding it open with his feet, just like going to fuck it down on the skull face. Hack and slash.
Oh god. Boom.
That's it. I mean, deal damage. It's a technicality at this point, but
Hey, there we go. Finally.
yeah. And as you're being like just all the way down, holding your ground, every hit, the thing crumples further and further as he slashes and hacks at it, and finally the skull splits open, right? And you have cut this thing down as it finally collapses. And the body sort of turns into the muck that it looks like and melts away, sort of a pile of mud and viscera and gore. And somewhere in that pile, covered in muck and gore and everything else, is the body of Caelfor. Lying there, not breathing. I think Caelfor is dead. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I think as I'm breathing really hard, I go over and I go over, I roll over like the body, right?
Yeah.
And I do the thing where I close the eyes and I like say something like some kind of ritual like prayer to like honor the dead. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so the other two guys are asleep. They didn't wake up that whole time.
Yeah.
So I think that's the place where we can end. Unless anybody has anything to do with the last moment. Okay, let's do XP then. Did anybody resolve a bond?
Well, almost.
Nope, not me.
Well, I performed the ritual, so I had it as a bond.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could mark XP for that. So that's your bond with Lotria. With your actual goddess, is that what you mean, Fiskpat?
Yeah, well, the one that said, we can't face the ruins of another god without the magic of Lotria. I have to ask her for her blessing.
Yeah, I think you can resolve that and change it to something new. Mark XP for that. If you want. And Siegwolf?
I mean bonds. I don't think I got my alignment either, which just helps someone despite your appetites. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did we Did anybody secure their alignment, perform their alignment?
Does destroying a cloister count as unnatural menace?
Yes, you did. You totally did. You got it.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
That place of power was totally an unnatural menace.
I dreamt of this day.
Unnatural menace also was. Wait, no, we didn't help. Never mind. Siegwolf's arch nemesis.
How much do I count for the alignment?
It's just
in
one
XP?
more. Yeah, that's another XP. Just one more. Go ahead and not.
Okay.
That. And no from Verindus or Chris.
I got a Fisk is a friend of nature, so I will be their friend as well. I don't see how this thing's gonna be solved anytime soon.
I mean, it's cool. You didn't get a bond.
I want to know a shapeshifting ability. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
But nothing has convinced me that Verendus is not cut out for the adventuring life. Yet. I mean, it was almost with the ritual. Like, I was like, wow, Verendus, this is amazing. Oh, you want to just go drown? Oh, no, let's go.
Did you help an animal or spirit of the wild?
I don't think so.
Okay. I think you could. I think I could be convinced that you helped a spirit of the wild via the taking part in the ritual. But it's up to you if you want to mark that or not.
You know what? We did help a spirit of the wild destroy an unhallowed place.
Exactly. Right.
All right. Boom.
And Verindus. Let's see. Oh, you definitely discovered something about a magical mystery, right?
Oh, we did?
I mean, you performed the ritual. You found out a way to guard yourself from Aemoch's influence.
Okay. Yeah, okay, true. That makes sense. Okay, so that's 1 XP. Yeah, I almost completed the bond that I have with Siegwolf, but not quite.
Okay. I should teach him a lesson. There, that's what it was. Okay.
That would have been pretty amazing. I don't know what would have happened after that.
Okay. Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy? I'm not going to remember any of the monsters from this. I don't. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes. So if I remember
learned about
correctly,
all those legends. Yeah.
That's true. Go ahead, Chris.
if I remember correctly, what is that guy's name that we killed just now, or that Siegwolf killed? He was using our fears to transform, right?
Yeah.
So that is a pretty useful thing that we should be on the lookout for.
That's probably what this god does.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna need some of those healing potions.
Oh yeah.
Aemoch feeds on your fears or something like that. Yeah.
Sweet.
Because all of you would have recognized instantly what the thing was changing into, right? And did we loot a bunch of money? I don't think we did. Or anything priceless?
No.
No.
Does he have a lot of money, that guy?
Actually, so the armor and stuff would have been destroyed, but he totally had a sword that was from in the ruins. I mean, it's probably not worth any money. Well, maybe it is worth money. They were selling the artifacts, so I'm not sure it's priceless. I'm going to say no for now. No for now. No for now. It's just a rusty old sword. there's a good chance that we're going to find many priceless artifacts. So that is 2 XP from defeating a monster and learning something new about the world. And that's for everybody. Okay, well, I think that's the end for now.
Sweet.
Next week, I mean, those guys are asleep. We can do whatever with them, what you guys want, tie them up, whatever. They're pretty helpless. Next week, we can jump right in.
Yeah, good. I leveled up. So